système c'est comme ça moi fonctionner. Besoin clairer dans tout ça moi. Mais c'est comme ça.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another video with me. So today I will be making something really special. Some of you guys might know already based on the recipe. So it's called Haitian Paties. It's called empanadas in Spanish. So this is what we'll be making today. I'm gonna show you guys how to make some Haitian patties. Okay, so everything we're gonna use, like it's over here, it's a really popular dish in Haiti. You can eat it at any time, for breakfast, for lunch, for a snack, for dinner. It really doesn't matter. It's really up to you. You know what I mean? So like down here, that's what we're gonna be using. All right. So with that being said, we have some chicken breast. It's the organic kind. It's way better. We have ground beef. We have ground turkey. It's the organic kind. And we have brown eggs, also organic, farmers and everything. I like using those kind of eggs because like they're healthier. Like I'm all about fitness and stuff like that, so that's why I use them. And then like over here, that's what we use like to make the chicken, to make the ground beef and stuff like that. So we got the tomatoes, we got the bell pepper, we got the red bell pepper as well. There's another one. We have some shallots, we have some habanero or scotch bonnet. We have some chicken bouillon. We have onion salt. We have accent. It's actually really good. It works up the flavor. We have garlic powder, and we have black pepper. So over here in this section, this is what we're gonna use to make the dough, to mix it up with and stuff like that. We got the baking powder, double acting. We have sea salt. We have some milk. We have butter. We have baking soda. It's really optional. And then we of course have the flour. Okay, over here, like this is our chicken. Like it's already been cleaned. Now we let it soak in seasoning for about like 30 minutes or an hour before we cook it. That's what it looks like with the Haitian spice, Haitian épices. And then like over here, like this is like all the vegetables you guys seen like in the previous slide. We're just gonna cut them into tiny pieces and then set them aside. And then like once we start cooking like the filling, we're just gonna use those. We're gonna use like everything in here, and then it's gonna be like really good by the time we finish with the filling. So like over here, we're gonna mix everything all together. Like the milk and the butter, like it's really optional and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you can also add chicken bouillon like to the water. To mix the flour with. It's really optional. Like the reason why I put it, like it's an extra flavor. Like it gives the patties like once you start. Pretty much like over here, like depends like on how much you're making, how much flour you use. That's how much of the stuff you're gonna put, like for the baking sodas and then for the double acting baking powder. So we add the butter first, and then we're just gonna mix everything all together first, like before we add the water. Then like as you guys go, like you might have to add more flours to it, and then you're gonna use like a spoon like to mix everything all together first before we actually use our hand. It is way better to do it like that, as you guys can see. This take about like 5 to 10 minutes, like depends on how good you are with it. I used to work at a bakery, so like I can make this like pretty quickly, like in a decent amount. You know what I mean? Like the milk, like it's also optional. You don't have to put it. You can make it really simple. But like when I add all those ingredients, like it makes everything that much better. There's the reason why I add the milk. It's not gonna take long. Like it's gonna take about like 5 to 10 minutes, like I said, for this to finish. And then like you're gonna have to add flours like as you go. And you don't want this to be like too soft or too hard. So be careful how much flour you put. If you put too much flour, just add a little bit more water. And then like if you add too much water, obviously add more flours. And then once this is finished, like we're gonna come to this section. Make sure you sprinkle like a little flour like on the top of your counter and stuff like that. And then like you can use a roll. Not everybody does it, but you can use like a roll like to kind of like roll the dough out and stuff like that. It's really optional. So like this, like it's ready to make some patties with it, like it is. But it is really up to you. But like when I make it, I like to make like the dough like really thin. So like when you eat the patties, like you taste more the filling as opposed like to the bread. Although like the dough is gonna be really good, it's really delicious. But I like to, for the people that is eating the patty, to be eating more of the filling that is inside as opposed to the dough. So like the dough, you're just gonna roll it for a couple times, you know what I'm saying, like 2 to 3 minutes. But it's really not necessary. Like I said, it is optional. But like I said, like I work at a restaurant and stuff like that, so I kind of like to make like everything as perfect as possible. So that's the reason why I do it like that. Like let's say like you didn't want to roll it, like you pretty much like cut like tiny bullets and stuff like that, put to the side, and then like you would just like use the roll or a bottle, like if you don't own like a roll and stuff like that, to just kind of make it flat, you know what I mean? So kind of like what I'm doing right now. So you make like the dough like as thin as possible. And then when you do it like this, if you have question about the butter or the milk, sometimes like I would add eggs, like it makes like the dough like really flaky, you know what I mean, like when you're eating it and stuff like that. That's the reason why I add those on there, but all of those are optional. If you guys like have any more question like on how to do it, you guys can leave a comment like or shoot me a message on my email, and then I can kind of walk you guys through the process if you guys have some issues with it. As you guys can see, like it's extremely thin, but I can promise you, like once we start cooking the patties, it will not break. I promise you. I've been doing it for years. Like it will not break. So right now, like the dough like is about ready, but we're just gonna roll everything out, and then we're gonna start cutting it. And then the reason why like we put flour like on the counter is so it doesn't get sticky. If you guys have the sheets, I don't remember how they call, you guys can put like the dough on the sheets, you know what I mean, so it doesn't get sticky and stuff like that. So you're just gonna roll it some more, and then once it's finished, once we finish rolling it, we're gonna be cutting it. We're gonna make about like 4 slices, four line down the middle. Like if you guys wanna do this like for a party, for a banquet, for if you guys wanna bring it to your office, whatever the case may be, like you guys can do them like perfectly like this, like they will look like really professional, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about looks, you know what I'm saying? Like the better something look, you know what I'm saying? Like the more somebody's gonna look forward to enjoying it, you know what I mean? So like you make 3 lines down the middle. It depends like on how much you make, but like I said, like it is optional. You don't have to do it like that, you know what I mean? And the reason why I roll everything, I can just like peel off the dough from my counter, and I just put the patties inside of it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like less time for me to kind of cut the dough, then I have to roll it, you know what I mean? So I just like to roll everything out, like I said. In this case, it's gonna be like a lot faster. And then like you're gonna put like your oil on medium. You don't want to overcook. You don't want to overcook it. You know what I mean? So this is the ground beef. That's what it looks like. This is the chicken. The other one was the turkey, and then this is the egg. That's what we're gonna use today for the fillings. Like I was telling you guys, like everything is already ready for us to put the filling inside of the patty. So I like to make like a lot different kinds. So like if it lasts a few days, so like any time of the day, so you might be in the mood for a different kind of filling. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I make like multiple filling and stuff like that. You see like everything is poking out of the dough. It is not going to break. That's how thin the layer of the dough is right now. And then you use like a fork, and then you kind of push the edge, whatever, so like the filling doesn't come out of it. Also too much oil doesn't get inside of it, you know. And then like if anything happened, like the dough happened to get sticky on the counter, that's when you can use like the paper. You can just like lift it up easily. Sometimes like you will have difficulty like lifting it up, like depending on how much time the dough spend on the counter. So that's what the patty looks like. It's really easy. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna fry it on medium. So your color of preference. Some people like a golden brown. Some people like a little darker. But as you guys can see, you can see the filling inside the patty. So that's what they look like, you guys. It's a really delicious meal that you can eat any time of the day. It is extremely good. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, make sure you send me an email. So this is the final product. That's what it looks like. It's really good. And with this, you use pickles to eat the patties with. If you guys don't know what pickles is, it's coleslaw, like in English. I have a recipe that I shoot like a week prior to making the patties on my channel. Make sure you guys check this out. You know what I'm saying? And then let me know if you guys made it. If you guys did, come back to my page. Let me know how it goes. Alright.